Now, Ralph Story continues his series on the secrets of Beverly Hills. Tonight, Ralph talks about money and how it has really moved around in Beverly Hills.
I think it's fabulous.
Kind of golden ghetto.
I mean, I don't like walking down Rodeo Drive and seeing all these Gucci purses.
But I do like the sweets of life.
There's a lot of money coming from all over the world, you can't help it.
If you listen to Johnny Carson, I've heard him say, well, when we go on Rodeo Drive, you got to put Krugerrands in the Rodeo Drive parking meters.
Beverly Hills, California, a little island of money surrounded by envy. And the money starts moving early in the morning. At 7 o'clock in the long green park called Beverly Gardens, the dawn joggers cross paths with the first commuters. The donut wagons meet the daily domestics before they meet the lady of the house, and Beverly Hills' 760 gardeners begin the shearing of the green. 100,000 people are coming to work in Beverly Hills today. Money is their main business, and they're going to move it around.
It's not money that has just come in. It's been here for 50, 60, 75 years.
Money is not important.
$1 million doesn't mean anything here anymore.
We have an influx of foreign money coming into the city.
I think that the influx of foreign money has really changed Beverly Hills a lot. A lot of it is
good or bad?
I think to a degree it's been very harmful because a lot of it's been taken out of the local merchants' hands, and it's not a city that's controlled by its inhabitants anymore.
What made this country originally was foreign money. Let's not forget that. It's the foreigners who came here with either money or skills.
All the Arabs are going to buy it, and they're taking over Beverly Hills.
Like it or not, Beverly Hills has become an international city with foreign capital and foreign capitalists, foreign merchandise and foreign languages.
You can walk down Rodeo Drive or Beverly and hear every language you ever thought of.
When I first came here, it was, like a village, which I loved. But now it's kind of international. All the people from all over the world come here.
Why not? That's the way the country grew. But the only thing is to control them.
Hernando Cortright is the man behind the legend, most responsible for the magnetism of Beverly Hills. El Padrino, they called him when he took over the Beverly Hills Hotel. It looked like a Spanish fortress looming over an empty development. Now it hides behind the greenery, the reclusive retreat of title tycoons, and it's still pink stucco. It's not stucco painted pink. And those $500 a day cottages are where Fairbanks met Pickford, and it all began. But the man and his magic moved on to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, and with a cartel of celebrities built a pool that's a replica of Sophia Loren's, and the kind of hostelry where Prince Charles, Emperor Hirohito, and Warren Beatty hang out. Of course, you may prefer the Beverly Vista for $15 a night, and the Crescent and the Del Flores maybe even less.
We promote because we want a lot of tourism, so Beverly Hills is known throughout almost every country.
The tourist industry has exceeded Beverly Hills' capacity to deal with it and still take into account the needs of its residents.
Most of the people you see now shopping on Rodeo are tourists.
It is happening again. It's an event. It's one of the rare streets that overnight became famous.
Prices are kind of way out of line.
I don't go on Rodeo Drive. Sometimes they have some fun, looking at all the tourists in the stores and stuff, but I would never shop on Rodeo Drive.
I love what's happening to Rodeo Drive. It is evolving, if it hasn't already evolved, into one of the great streets of the world. And it is progress, and you can't hold back progress.
One of the pillars of the Rodeo Drive Association is Fred Heyman. Fred Heyman is Giorgio's, an elegant emporium of clothes, and Fred likes what's happening to Rodeo Drive.
You can't have a famous street and preclude tourism. It's unrealistic. Also, tourism brings activity. Activity brings business. Nothing succeeds like success.
But up the street is a store so successful it's closed and locked, open by appointment only. He serves just 6 customers a day, but only kings, no cabbages.
Design of mine are very delicate, very expensive, and need a lot of appreciation. And because people paying that type of money for that type of clothing, I do believe service is very important to them.
To get these pictures, our camera tripod rested on a $75,000 Persian rug. It's all just too much, even for Rodeo Drive.
I wish he'd move off the street.
Mr. Bijan is on a salary.
And he's got rotten values and has done a rotten thing.
Mr. Bijan represents several wealthy men that have made a big investment in Beverly Hills.
But big investments and soaring prices and rising rents are fracturing the facade of Beverly Hills.
It used to be a neighborhood kind of thing with hardware stores and key shops, and now that the leases come due, the rents go up and they leave. Newberry's is gone, See's Candy is gone. Other than Thrifty's, they can't buy an ice cream cone for less than $1.
Why it's gotten so bad, Esther Garber has opened a discount store for cashmere and silk, but it hasn't been easy.
Gucci's is very mad. Everybody's very mad at me on Rodeo, but what can I do? I haven't undercut them. I'm just doing my thing, and they're doing their thing, and if we've done anything, we've really brought a bigger influx of people here into Beverly Hills.
Traffic is miserable.
Parking is impossible here.
Parking situation in Beverly Hills, I think, is for the birds.
There's a lot more parking in Beverly Hills than people realize.
Our parking problems are bad. Traffic is worse.
Anyway, good luck with your Beverly Hills parking. Take money and don't call them meter maids. They're parkettes. The fines they collect bring in $1 million a year, including the 2 tickets we got while making this report.
And Connie, I just thought I'd show you the last car to drive into Beverly Hills that didn't have a parking problem.
I believe it. Okay, more tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're going to talk about real estate and the fact that you can actually be a prisoner in $1 million mansion.
Oh, I can't believe it.
The hard way.
Yeah.
Tonight, Ralph's story continues his special report on the secrets of Beverly Hills with the revelation that there are really 2 Beverly Hills, the right side and the wrong side.
I love Beverly Hills.
I think Beverly Hills is a great spot.
I don't always say I live in Beverly Hills.
I usually say West L.A.
First, Beverly Hills is 2 separate places.
Beverly Hills is really 2 cities. I've raised my kids here, even though on the south side of Beverly Hills, and all my friends live on the north side of Beverly Hills, but
I think that 2 years from now, everybody I know, or most everybody I know who doesn't live north of the tracks, is going to live someplace else.
You see, like every other little town, there's a right and wrong side of the tracks. These old abandoned Southern Pacific rails are the schizophrenia of Beverly Hills, and the tour buses show only one side.
It has a very affluent section north of the tracks, and there are still railroad tracks in Beverly Hills. And it has a population consisting of people with children in school, homeowners, senior citizens, which comprise half of the population. They're south of the tracks.
The center of life in South Beverly Hills is Roxbury Park. There's a bridge table, a gin table, a pinochle table, and even a few jokers.
I'm about ready to kick in the bucket anyway.
No, you're not. I can tell. Listen, you're one of those guys who's going to outlast all of us, you know. I know you.
He's got a dog 92
Yeah.
years old.
But some of these folks got a bad deal.
Why? Because a lot of people here can't afford it to live here, but they're forced to live here. There's no place to move.
I think what is happening, the elderly are being driven out of their community, away from their homes. Most of the seniors have lived here all of their lives. They have reared their children here, their grandchildren, and they were all left with nice little nest eggs.
If you would ask somebody for a price, or brokers, for the price of south of Wilshire, they'll tell you that they're above $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. And some of the houses there are up to $1 million.
Yeah.
So they're not boondocks anymore.
I know a lot of people 2-3 years ago, they paid very little rent, but now they are out, you know, the condominium sickness.
There are 8,200 apartments in Beverly Hills, but rent control stops at $600 a month. So single parents trying to put children through the Beverly Hills schools are simply being forced out. About 500 people are on welfare, and this house is for sale for $285,000.
No, I don't like it because I think every city has to have a mix of population. And if this becomes a city of just millionaires, it'll die.
Of course, not everyone south of the tracks is suffering, but not everyone north of the tracks is rich.
No. Comfortable, yeah. I'm not hurting.
They were living comfortably.
I don't believe all of these people are millionaires, but I would certainly say they're wealthy.
So let's just say the wealthy, comfortable, not hurting people live north of the tracks. Their lifestyle and well-manicured mansions are familiar to anyone who's taken a movie star tour. But there's a secret behind all of that beauty.
We have the alleys so that nobody has to put their garbage out on the curb, except in a very few areas. The alleys serve as a buffer between neighbors. They serve as a place for the police to go on patrol.
41 miles of alleys for deliveries, utilities, and anything generally unsightly, like rats.
We have a major rat problem here.
I imagine there are 1 or 2 rats running around the hills of Beverly Hills.
Wealthy rats.
Wealthy, fat rats.
The rats seem to enjoy the palm trees. They love to sit up in the trees there. And they're well fed. There's lots of good garbage that is outside once in a while. And this is a problem that's been here for at least 25, 30 years that I know of. I'm sure it existed before.
Yes, the rats and everyone else enjoy the Beverly Hills trees, 28,000 at last count, and more planted every day. You can even tell when you're in Beverly Hills by the trees. That's Los Angeles on the right, Beverly Hills on the left. Developer Burton Green planned and planted the original Beverly that way. You can't quite see his house in this old photo. In fact, you can't quite see his house today because of the trees. Gene Klein, who owns the San Diego Chargers, lives here. Price, $12 million.
2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 14 million people are paying for homes here. Prices are being driven up, mostly by foreigners.
You resent that?
No, I think it's fabulous. We are getting so much culture here.
Famous realtor Elaine Young, who drives a white Scepter, is taking a local looky-loo around to see some comfortable homes. But how do you finance one?
When you buy a house like this, they're generally paying cash. Once you hit $1 million to $3 million, people are paying cash for the big houses. This is the highest form and sophisticated speculation. This home is $3.5 million. He designed it, redid the entire house, gutted it, and it shows off his decor and his style.
Will Rogers was once the mayor of Beverly Hills, and he's famous for, among other things, for saying, you got to buy land because they ain't making any more of it.
We are running out of land. We are running out of houses. That's what makes the prices go up.
Barry Dean builds homes in what they call the Beverly Hills Post Office Zone. It's really Los Angeles, but your mail gets a Beverly Hills postmark for those who want status at a discount.
What's this cheaper house behind us worth?
This cheaper house behind us here, in fact, was just sold for $900,000 to $50,000.
Well, if you're really hurting, you can still have a Beverly Hills address, and for only $40. A box at the post office.
Well, I guess you can really blame Will Rogers for the price of Beverly Hills real estate. He used to put little items about the town in his column, and then he bought up land, and when the town got famous, he sold the land, made a bundle, and moved to Santa Monica. I wouldn't say he was hurting, he was wealthy. Tomorrow we're going to tell you some more secrets of the Beverly Hills game, including how to play the game for status.
Where they are experts.
Oh, they are.
Like a wrap.